Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode. Is this 37?
I think this is 37, yeah.
Because here's the problem. The last episode was 36.5, and if every episode is, adding 1 to the number, is it 37.5 or is it just 37?
Well, no, see, I think it's kind of just a joke because we lost 36.
Yeah.
We lost the old
Yeah,
36,
but-
so that was like actual 36, but we just call it 36.5 because, I don't know.
At the same time, though, it's gonna get under my skin. It's episode 37. I'm Cole, annoying Navi. I'm here with Nick, Pegasus 187. Want to say hi,
Yo.
buddy?
What's up?
Hey.
Did you just pull a Price is Right line out? You want to say hi to anybody in the audience? You want to say hi to anyone at home? I'd like to say hi to my mom. Thanks for getting me into Price is Right, and Mikey and my little dog. Okay.
I want to thank Obama.
For being president. Because without him, I wouldn't be on Prices Right.
I don't know. Yeah, and that sexy voice right there is. That was much needed.
That is like.
It was like it said, "Oh, it wouldn't play." I'm like, always does like hitting this with this thing.
That is one of my favorite like sound effects ever. Like it something about it just makes me like crack up every time I hear it. Maybe it's just because like whenever someone's doing a pricing game and they fail, I'm just like loser. But
Yeah.
It's just so obnoxious that it's funny.
ho, 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 ho.
Oh, man.
And then, yeah, like I said, that sexy voice is Alec, Chronolink. Is it 9?
Yes, yes it is. It is I. Hey, how's it going, everyone
Hey.
out there, beneath the pale moonlight?
Okay, so today we're probably going to be talking about games, news, and if there's any main topic you want to talk about, we'll just kind of go with it. So we don't have anything planned, but
Little man.
yeah, basically. So let's talk about games. Nick, what have you been playing? Anything worth
Jumped
talking
right into
about?
it.
Are we not even gonna
Okay.
address the fact that Zach's not here?
Oh, I thought that was a given.
I mean, I guess
don't
it
know.
was, but yeah, like
Uh,
Zach's not here. He's busy, I guess, doing something.
Yeah, probably McDonald's.
Mhm. I could go for some McDonald's right now.
I couldn't. That kills my stomach.
You
Their
just gotta,
fries, they're good, but
you gotta have a stomach of steel like me.
oh, last night I ate like flaming hot Cheetos because I'm like I'm gonna kill my stomach, and I killed my stomach. So at work it sucked today. It gave me the runs.
Well, last night I remembered how hot Pizza Hut wings are. Because this is after last 2 weekends I've been at weddings. I was at one out in Coeur d'Alene for one of my friends, and then we had another one here for another one, and then we ended up at a lot of us stayed at one of the hotels, and right by it there's a bar slash casino. Well, someone ordered Pizza Hut and got wings, and I ended up trying to eat one of them. I couldn't even finish it. They're that hot.
Really?
Yeah, I'm-
Because
I'm
I
tearing up.
never.
And I'm just starting to down beer like no tomorrow, trying to get this hot heat out of my mouth. Oh,
Milk usually
yeah, I don't
is the best
eat
thing.
hot wings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they say
it was-
milk because like the fats, I guess.
It's well, milk is slightly basic, while that stuff you're eating is incredibly acidic, so that it sort of like counteracts the.
Cancel it out, yeah.
Yeah, I was
So,
gonna say
yeah,
because I never actually had Pizza Hut hot wings, and I'm a huge hot wing fan, so I might have to try that.
Hmm.
I'll get people
I
at
think
work
these
to
are on
order
the
it.
level of like man versus food, because I can
Really?
pretty much break that show into two categories. It's either some insane amount of food, or it's some insanely hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it give you the runs though? Because I picture just some like really sloppy, like I don't know, just
Oh.
pouring like a huge amount of sauce on the wings, and are they at least good?
They're good. I like
Okay,
wings.
they were-
I just want
okay.
hot stuff.
Yeah, it's just Yeah, the problem with hot stuff is, of course, the later that night or the morning
Yeah.
after. The
And then to
pain.
cure it, you eat more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Nick, what have you been playing?
Wait. Well, since I did get on the subject of weddings, we had the rehearsal dinner for the wedding out in Coeur d'Alene at a place called Capone. It's like a sports bar type deal. And not only did I play there's a pinball machine. It's like, I think it was called Shootout. It's like a billiards themed pinball, which is pretty fun. And I also got to play a stand-up Galaga, the actual arcade machine.
Nice.
And trying to do that when I think I was, what, 5, I was a couple of years in at that point, isn't the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It really isn't. But I got to know because I think everyone knows about the trick where you let one of your fighters get captured, then you try and get it back for double firepower.
Yep.
It's fun. It's definitely one. I think I have that on it because I got one of those little Miss Pac-Man plug and play arcade things. You know, run off batteries.
Mm-hmm.
It's on there along with Miss Pac-Man, Mappy, Pole Position. And there's another one on there, and I can't think of the name. But
Dig Dug?
it might be Dig Dug. I'd have to look at it, but it's not a little short and sweet.
I do quite enjoy. Galaga is one of my favorite arcade games. Definitely, I love that game.
It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like Galaxian is okay, but that's just a little slow. The fun part about Galaga is just it's like a lot faster. And I don't know. I find it a lot more fun. More twitchy.
Yeah, well, as far as my summer backlog, more Rocket Knight Adventures, been getting through that a little more. It seems like every time I play, I just get through a little farther. I get to, I think, well into the 4th stage. There's like I don't remember what it was. Yeah, we're roughly like halfway into the game. And I'm playing on the actual Genesis. So I'm not doing emulator save state crap. I'm trying to play this legit. And it's one of those games that I make me wish I hadn't missed out on the 16-bit era. Because it's one of those games, I think I mentioned before, where that time frame, platformers were king. There were a dime a dozen. Because of Mario and Sonic, everyone had their own platformer. It's the same, now it's first-person shooters, but yeah, it's one of the better games on the Genesis that isn't, Sonic.
I don't think
Sonic 2 is probably my favorite in the series.
I don't think it hurt that like side-scrolling platformers aren't really that hard to make. Especially at that period of time, they were they're pretty easy to make, so you could make it on a relatively low budget and just kind of put it out there and hope for the best.
Take a shot and then try and jump in on that platform and market to what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like FPSs today. It's like, hey, this isn't that hard. You just slap a gun in this guy and call it The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
Oh. Oh God, I love.
I'm gonna buy that game. I'm gonna buy it when it's like $5. I want to at least try it just to see how bad it is. But my brother actually, he wanted to get it for $60. I told him like, dude, have you seen the trailer? I'm like, what are you thinking? He's like, what? It looks awesome. It looks like The Walking Dead.
TNA Impact for $60. I did it. I regret it to this day.
Yeah, then I'm like, dude, the graphics look like they're from the GameCube or something. He's like, well, there was good games on the GameCube. That was his response.
How could something with a license be that polarizing? You had this absolute masterpiece with The Walking Dead and then Survival Instinct, utter crap.
Yeah, it's all about the dev team, man. It's all about the dev team.
I
don't even know who worked on that game, dude. Like, who was it that?
It was probably some studio we never heard of. Just, I don't know.
They were probably making some other game, and they were like, "This is a piece of turd. Let's just like slap a license on it, like change some of the other stuff, or like it wasn't going to plan." And then they're like, "Hey, let's just make it in this game."
Survival. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
I'll race you.
I'll let you say it since I'm already kind of there.
Oh, you are. Oh, you can do it then.
Okay, well, it was developed by Terminal Reality, which I'm gonna look up what else they've done. It used the Infernal engine, whatever that is. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Published by Activision. No big surprise there.
They make Kinect Star Wars. And actually, oh, that reminds me. I saw like Kinect Star Wars as an iPad app, and they're like, "Oh yeah, now you can play Kinect Star Wars on your iPad, but it's not actually the game. It's like a Twitter client or something like that." And everyone's complaining about it. Like yeah, they totally screwed everyone on that. But
it doesn't make sense anyways. It's Kinect Star Wars.
I know. I was like, I was like so confused when I saw them. Like, how are they even doing that? Like, do they just have it touch based now, or? But yeah, they screwed everyone on that. They, I don't know, advertised it as Kinect Star Wars when it's a Twitter client. So they actually have a couple things that they look cool, like Metal Slug Anthology, which of course they didn't make the games, but
Yeah.
I guess they did something with them. There's Blowout, which is actually kind of a hidden gem.
Oh yeah,
Metroidvania game.
Is this the other stuff that they made? They made
Yeah.
Eon Flux, the Blood Rain games.
Mm-hmm. So they're not awful.
SNK they made some collections, Metal Slug Anthology and SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1, and they made Ghostbusters the video game too. Ghostbusters,
which is actually a great game.
Yeah. So, but that was the last game they'd made until Kinect Star Wars, and then they're like, "Here, let's make The Walking Dead Survival Instinct." Oh man, that's too bad.
Speaking of first-person shooters, I have been playing Borderlands 2.
Hey.
I don't know if I mentioned this last week, or 2 weeks ago. When we last recorded, wasn't it 2?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks. I've been out of town at weddings. But yeah, because of Ben Furlan one consistently talking about this, I found it at GameStop for $30 new. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. I gotta play it. Holy shit, is this game good? So this is a first-person shooter, but it's got the way how it's got its own style with how you can just customize your weapons, and there's so many different things you can do with the weapons. You can add like shock attack to have explosive damage. It's crazy. Still working my way through the campaign. I think I'm on chapter, I want to say 8 or 9 or something.
Which character are you playing as?
The Gunzorker dude. The big, yeah.
Yeah, that's my friend Josh at school. That was his main guy.
Yeah. And I love how you can still play the game any way you want. So if you want, like I used the sniper rifle with them. And you don't need the assassin, or the sniper class, the sniper dude to use sniper rifle, which is nice.
Yeah.
And there's so many side missions, things to do, the environment, the sound, it's all beautiful. Because, I think some of the guys who did Borderlands also worked on Shoot Many Robots, as I recall.
Really?
Which is another one of my favorite games on the Xbox Live Arcade. That game, I still haven't finished that. Playing in Gamer ADD, there's something shiny.
Yeah. Exactly.
I hope in the next game they add like armor and more than just guns. I think that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your shield, but yeah, that'd be nice to get some kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get shields that resist like fire damage and electrical damage, and actually zap enemies when they try and melee you. But there's nothing more satisfying in that game, and I think I posted about this on Facebook when you end up in that second wind where you gotta kill somebody to get back up, and I just one-shot some psycho with a shotgun. That is satisfying. So, playing that, and little Rayman Origins here and there, still trying to work my way through that.
Nice.
And last one on my list is Mighty Switch Force Hyperdrive Edition on the Wii U. which is just a really fun little puzzle platforming type game. I definitely enjoy it. So that's gonna do it for me. Cole, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? The big game is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, and I was hoping that Zach would be here to discuss it, but I'll give you my honest thoughts on the game before he gets here. There's no like me being a dick to Zach, be like, oh no, Smash Bros sucks compared to this. But no, honestly, I do. It's really hard to decide whether or not this is better than Smash Bros or not. But if it's at least very close. Like the gameplay's identical to Smash Bros. The only difference is that
Except for the fact
you
you
have
have to.
three.
Are you gonna let him
Okay.
explain Pegasus? You're like, okay, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, except for the fact you have to use like the finishing, like final smash thing to finish off an opponent. That's the.
Mhm. See, I actually like that though.
Because what?
One of the big problems with Smash Bros. What? I'm so confused.
Just go ahead, Cole. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so the gameplay is identical to Smash Bros, but you have three buttons for attacking. So the game's a little bit more diverse. There's a little bit more, a couple more options, and that also does mean it's a little bit more complicated to learn. It is definitely more combo based than Smash Bros. There's a lot more. Like if you want to be good at this game, you can be good. It's not like Smash Bros. Where I would say everyone has a fair chance, but yeah, so it's a little bit more competitive. The moves are actually, I know Zach said they were a little bit bland. I think it's just one of those things where Zach, he's a big Nintendo fan, he's a big Smash Bros. Fan, so when he sees this,
Right.
it's almost like insulting to him because he's just such a fan. Because he said Brawl is his favorite game, but they did a really good job because I'm a bit more of a PlayStation fan than him. I have a bit of nostalgia for Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, all those games, Spike. The moves are actually really cool. Like with Kratos, you can it's like up and circle, I think, and you spread like these demon wings. You can fly up. You can use this chain to whip around. You can like take a hammer and crush whoever's on the ground. There's a lot of cool things like that. But with the final moves, I guess it's called final moves, is it? I don't even know. I can't remember what they're called. We'll just call them final smashes. But you have three different levels of final smashes, and you get them by attacking other people. The more damage you do, the more your meter builds up, and you can use the final move. Now, Zach was saying that they weren't as cool as in Smash Bros. The thing is, though, there's three different levels, so I'm thinking that he was using like the level 1 finals because that it's basically just like a swipe of the sword or swipe of the whip or a whip of the whip, I guess.
A whip of the whip.
Yeah, so that's like the level 1. Level 2, usually something a little bit more impressive, like Parappa the Rapper will get on a skateboard and you can just like control wherever he moves. It doesn't matter. He can jump wherever, and if he touches somebody, they automatically die. Then there's like level 3s where Kratos will become like this giant titan, and every time you attack somebody, they die, and you're in this like new form, which is sort of like Giga Bowser for it's like 30 seconds, I think. Every time you attack someone, they die, and so there's like a lot of stuff because it's sort of like really flashy, like in Smash Bros, where Kratos will like scream and there'll be like lightning in the background. Then he transforms into this like giant thing, and so it's really impressive on that level. But the reason why I say that, for one, it's not as good. It would be the single player. It's not nearly as good as like the Subspace Emissary because I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Subspace Emissary
That
is
was
really,
fun.
really cool.
That was a lot of fun. I thought that was. It was almost like a 2D platformer, really, with
Yeah.
action elements, I guess. But they have an arcade mode. It's way more similar to the first Smash Bros. On N64, where it's just like level to level to level. It's just like that. They have like tutorials, and they also have trials like in Melee and Brawl. But that's pretty much it for that. Like in terms of collectibles, there really aren't anything that's really worth getting, I guess. There's no trophies. I don't think they have any music. All the collectibles are just for characters, like different skins, different like intros for the characters. It's a lot more like that. They definitely base this game more on the combat rather than I would almost say celebrating the different PlayStation games. But there's still like a lot of cool like level designs. I think that the levels in this game are actually a lot better than Smash Bros, where you see like Kirby's Dream Land and it's like just a little platform with 3 additional platforms, hovering over the main area. But in this, the areas are a lot more dynamic. Where,
Fire
for
Emblem
example,
stage in Brawl wasn't dynamic enough for you?
no, I'm referring like it is, but what I'm saying is, every level is like worth playing. I get excited for every level. Brawl, I definitely like the stages in Brawl more, but I'm referring more to Melee, to be honest, because it's been a while since I played Brawl, because I can't play it. But like in Melee, to be honest, the only stage that I'm like really fond of is Hyrule, or is it called?
Hyrule
It's
Temple.
Temple. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
Temple.
fond of that stage. Everyone loved that stage.
Yeah, but like that's the only one where I'm like, oh, I have to play here. In Brawl, that's actually different, but yeah, the level design is on par or possibly better than Brawl. Like what I was gonna say is they recreated the Jack and Daxter Island, and halfway through the stage, like the houses like will fall down, and like Hot Shots Golf, like a golf course, will appear on it. And they'll be like hitting balls at you, and you have to dodge them, and there's a lot of cool things like that. And
See, I know I mentioned this on the last episode, but I actually think I don't know. I'm not really. Maybe if I saw an action, like actually playing it, I think it was cooler. But watching the videos online, I just can't help but think this is really stupid. Like,
no, okay,
it's almost like they're like, "Hey, we're PlayStation, remember?" And it's just like, "Yes, I understand. You're PlayStation. I understand this is all Sony stuff. Yeah, I get it.
I was
I
feeling
thought
that
that
a
was
bit.
a cool idea.
Like,
I
mean,
feeling
I
that a
think
bit
on
at first.
paper,
Not just to kind of on paper, yeah. Well,
yeah, on paper, I'd
It's
say
just- I really
it's a
grew
good
up
idea, but
PlayStation.
actually seeing it in action is just I don't know. I wasn't really impressed by it personally. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I was actually playing the game, I'd think it was a lot cooler. But
You will. It's actually a very good game. Do you guys have a PS3 or a Vita?
not yet.
Probably no one has a Vita.
I do.
Okay, you don't. Yeah, get this game. It's definitely worth playing. Like
It'll
I
get a
haven't
price
stayed
drop
up
pretty soon, I'm
till.
sure.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come on
Cross
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, because it's yeah,
Yeah.
because it didn't sell. See, and that shocks me that it didn't sell that well. I mean,
It's
like
not that it actually sold better than what you might think. It's more so
I know,
compared
I know.
to
Well, it was
Smash Bros. But
yeah. I mean, it was their speculation that it'd sell. I don't even know how many, and it sold around a million copies, which actually isn't that bad. But I mean, it's not bad. That's great, really. That's a pretty great sales record. But it wasn't nearly as much as what they were hoping, and considering how successful Smash Bros. Has been, like, they should have probably expected more, and I think it should have probably sold more. And it's kind of surprising to me that it didn't.
I think it's just because like the marketing. I don't think they really did that correctly. They should have showed the gameplay a lot more, or something. Just have like TV ads because I'm
They-
sure there's a lot of people that don't even know this game exists,
Yeah.
and they see it in GameStop and like, oh, PlayStation All Stars, is that a move game or?
Yeah.
Because they had PlayStation Heroes, so it makes sense.
Well, I mean, when they showed it off, I mean, it was pretty much all about the gameplay. So I'm almost thinking it's because they didn't do a flashy thing with it.
Maybe.
Like, it seems to me that they didn't do anything out of the ordinary, or like, I mean, see, the thing that got people really, really excited about Brawl was back when they were showing the Wii off in 2006, and they had this amazing trailer that showed all the transformations that they'd made from the GameCube version to the the Wii version, and they introduced all these new characters that looked really great, like Pit, Meta Knight, and Wario, and then they introduced Snake at the end. You know, so they're really hyping it up like really, really well. And they didn't really do that for this. They just kind of like, here's 4 guys on a stage playing a game, and they were just kind of like, yeah, we're playing PlayStation All Stars, and it was just
it's one of those things where I feel like only Nintendo can really pull that off because they're the only one who's been like around since what 1985 with the NES. I'm sure they were back before that, but in terms of their consoles,
Love Hotels and Hanafunda cards.
Yeah. Love Hotels. Ooh. But in terms of things that are actually better in this game, I think I actually do prefer the combat. Having the 3 buttons, after you can learn everything, it makes it a lot better. It's a lot more diverse. Characters, I want to say I like the characters more because let's be real, in Brawl, no one's playing as Bowser, no one's playing as Donkey Kong. No one's playing as Peach.
Hey, hold the phone.
Unless you're mad.
Peach is my best character. Has become my best character. I'm not kidding. I dominate with Peach and Brawl.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah,
we'll see where you get to Evo, right? But no.
Dude, I am really good with Peach though.
I'm sure every character you can be good with, but
most
people,
no, okay. I'm gonna go back to an old Flash video that was that had to do with Brawl, and that's tears are for queers.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, but like I was saying, every character is actually good. You can use any character and beat everyone down. Personally, I use Kratos. That's my guy. Now I'm actually sort of using Parappa the Rapper because he actually has a move where you can drop a stereo and like these orbs come out of it, and orbs in All Stars fill up your what's it called? Final meter, I think. And so I can just like hide in a corner, fill up my final meter, come out and like kill somebody. So that's kind of, I know that's not the manliest of tactics, but that's what I've been doing. But what's really cool about this, and the reason why I've been playing until like 4 in the morning every night, we finally have almost like a Smash Bros. Game online. It's the first one we've actually had one that you can play online. Brawl, they say you can do it.
No, you can play it online.
No, you can't. Yeah, there's like random multiplayer and modes, and it runs really well. I haven't had too many problems. There's been a couple times where like the host their internet connection doesn't hold up, and the game will get out of the game, but that's only happened a couple times. I mean, overall, like, that could happen. I actually got hate mail. There's this one match I won, and he's like, he put run, 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 and then he put like a frowny face. I don't know. Because like I said, I was just hiding in a corner, filling up my meter. So he got pissed at me. But yeah, no, it's a great game. Like if Super Smash Bros. Never existed, I would say this is a 10 out of 10. But because Smash Bros. Does exist, I'm going to say that, they could have done better with the single player, and they could have added a couple more characters, I think. Like, I do think Crash and Spyro should be in there. But it's just one of those things, they don't own the franchise. But actually, I do have one more thing I want to say on it. They have too many, like, third-party characters. Like, they have Dante, Raiden. They have so many. Wow, let me get a list. No. I don't think they have Snake, do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, I think
did.
it's
I thought
just
they had
Raiden.
Snake. Snake.
No, they.
Yeah, okay, I thought they
Nah.
had him in there.
No, it's they have Raiden from Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, I know
So,
that,
thing.
but
Yeah.
I thought they had Snake in there for some
Oh.
reason.
Stars.
Why did
I
I don't know.
I think
I feel like Snake was in that though.
he might be DLC. I don't know. Oh yeah, they had Big Daddy from BioShock. Emmett Graves from Starhawk. I don't even know what Starhawk is.
It's like an online only. Yeah, you ever hear Warhawk? That
Yeah.
was like a big, yeah, that was an early
Oh.
all online game. Starhawk is its sequel.
hmm Then there's Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. Yeah, there's
Wait, are
another-
you serious?
Yeah, he is. He
What-
sucks too. Don't use him.
What? It's so weird.
I don't know why they did that. Because I mean, that's a lot of people.
See, okay, like, okay,
Even have
like
a second character,
okay, at
yeah.
one part I think, you know, I think it's not so bad. It's like, okay, let me just start over again. When before the game came out, I remember seeing, you know, going to like a kiosk somewhere. I think it was like a Target or Walmart or something. I don't remember where it was. But I was with my friends and we were just kind of looking at it and we were like, isn't it kind of like really weird that they have like these like really goofy character designs like Parappa the Rapper and like Fat Princess, and then they have like Cole McGrath, Nathan Drake, and Kratos. And it's just like, isn't it a little bit jarring? Like, just a little bit, like Big Daddy, big.
Yeah, if you.
And it's like it's not the worst thing. Like it's understandable because Sony has, you know, they have like quote unquote kiddie licenses, and then they also have stuff that's like, you know, M-rated standard fare. I don't know. I think they could have done a better job trying to make it closer to like a whole, but I don't know. I just think it was weird. It just kind of like stood out like
Yeah.
strangely to me. I don't know. It's not like
I didn't have any
it's not like a
problems with it,
complaint.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a complaint necessarily. It's just it was like it's just really strange thinking about like I don't know Sly Cooper fighting Sweet Tooth or something. You know, it's just like
Yeah, but at the same time, Snake fighting Sonic the Hedgehog or Jigglypuff, you know, it.
yeah.
I
I mean,
feel
to me that was a little bit more acceptable because he was a guest character and it was he was only in the game because Kojima had been begging Sakurai to put him in there since the first Smash Brothers. So, and he just ran out of time with Melee. So.
hmm Yeah, but what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Okay.
I don't know. Well, have we already talked about this? But like, what do you guys think that they'll do? They've already said that they're not going to focus a lot on third-party characters in Melee or in the new Smash Brothers, in Super Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, what would be a third-party character that hasn't already been announced, aka Mega Man,
Rayman.
Rayman?
Rayman, I think, is a good guess.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because doesn't that series sell better on? Yeah, it would be weird, wouldn't it? But doesn't that series sell better on Nintendo platforms? I think so. I think that could make sense, or maybe even like a Raving Rabbit. That would be hilarious.
A rabbit?
That would be such a troll move.
Yeah, I guess there is no
Kind of
solid.
like bad box or Mega Man in Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Oh, that would be actually awesome if they had that. That would work so well. Or
Wait, so
even
what was
if
that?
Bad Box Art
Bad
Mega Man,
box art
Oh
Mega
my gosh, no.
just as like a different skin. Yeah, I think that they're gonna add Sonic
DLC.
again, because it would be weird without Sonic, and Sonic Lost World is coming out, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
There needs to be a Super Galaxy. There needs to be a Super Mario Galaxy level.
Halo's Master Chief.
Yeah, can you mention Xbox? They'd all be third-party characters. You'd have Marcus Phoenix, and then like
Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, that would be awesome if they had Banjo Kazooie.
They had okay, so
That
they
would,
had Banjo and
uh,
Oh, yeah.
Kazooie, I guess, as a character, as a team. Uh,
Saberwolf.
they'd have Saberwolf. Who's Saberwolf?
Killer Instinct.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not really. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about Killer Instinct, to be honest.
Neither do
But
I. I just happen to know that one character, so I said it. Uh,
so yeah, you'd have Master Chief. Um, I don't know. Just throw Cortana in there because that would be hilarious. And yeah, you'd have like Marcus Phoenix, and that would be about it. And then like a bunch of like Xbox Live people, but they'd have to work really hard to get a lot of those, like licensing and permission and stuff.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Oh,
gonna happen.
oh, you could have Alan Wake and Kaim Argonar from Lost Odyssey.
What if they added like a character from oh, what's it called? Not
Heavenly
Heavenly
Sword?
Sword. Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, what if they had like one of the characters and it's like just quick time events for the move attack.
Oh,
They pop up, they keep popping up all over the character, and depending on what you press, that's where he's gonna attack. That would be hilarious.
Speaking of quick
Or-
time
Yeah.
events, I don't know. Sorry, I'll talk about that later. Never mind.
Okay. I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it. I have PlayStation Plus, so I actually have. I forgot to tell Zach this. I have Virtue's Last Reward now, so I kind of want to play
Mhm.
through that, tell him what I think. Um, I've been playing a lot of Fable 3 and Fallout 3. I'm trying to get all the achievements, even though I'm sort of we'll talk about this after news, but I canceled the pre-order for Xbox One. I'll get more into that later, but some kind of like not feeling the console vibe anymore. We'll get into it. So, Alec, what have you been playing?
I have been playing multiple things. I've actually been picking up a lot more games that I've been playing, which is really, really bad since I have like $200 in like reserved games,
Oh,
and reserved games and other memorabilia
Yeah.
that I'm going to be
Zelda box set.
getting in August. No, that was
Oh.
just recently announced.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of mad just because I have so much money already dedicated to other stuff. So I can't get that as much as I want it. But no. So some of my money, as I've mentioned before, is reserved towards Tales of Vesperia's Collector's Edition, which comes with a Tales of Xillia art book, a soundtrack selection CD, which will probably have like 8 tracks on it, and which I'm fine with because I like the Tales music. It's generally really good, and a statue of Mila from the game, and that's gonna be pretty rad.
What console is that for? PS3?
Yes,
I'm
yes,
just
it
saying.
is.
Okay. Well, okay, that was a dumb question. Never mind.
It'll collect dust for a while. I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, that'll be nice to have. So I'll have something to play once I get my PS3 right away. And of course, then there's Tales of Grace's F, which I'll have to get later. But yeah, so there's that. That's coming. That's August 6th, and I think I picked like the free shipping because I'm a cheap bastard, much like Jumble Junkie. So.
Are we all?
So
Yep.
so I got the free shipping, so that's gonna ship out like 4 to 6 days after the game comes out. So, which I'm fine with. And sometimes Amazon's actually a little quicker with that than they say they're gonna be. So, so yeah, I might get that sooner rather than later. But so that's something that'll be getting in like mid-August. There's also an art book. Of art from Final Fantasy made by Yoshitaka Amano. It's called The Sky Art from Final Fantasy, and it has like all of the art he drew for Final Fantasies 1 through 10. Because even though Tetsuya Nomura took over for character and like lead art design for like 7 through like recent, even like recent games, Yoshitaka Amano still did a lot of art for the series. He drew on the soundtrack, and the original press release for the soundtrack of Seven. It was art of Cloud and Aerith sitting down. There's also a shot of the main cast of 10 that's like really really good by him. That just it's interesting because a lot of his later stuff people haven't really seen a whole lot of. The early stuff, that was like all the art you see from Final Fantasies 1 through 6 that's all him.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at it right now. It's kind of expensive.
It is kind of
I
expensive.
want to get it though. Are you getting the box set or the just the special? What's it? Slipcase edition?
Let's see, whatever. Yeah, it's the slipcase edition. That's
Okay.
like 40 something, I think.
Yeah,
it's a reprint because they came out like a year or two ago, and it sold out really really fast. So people were like, we want a reprint. So Dark Horse decided to reprint it. So yeah, that'll be good. I'll really really enjoy that because I love him. I know a lot of people really don't like his art because he has very feminine looking men. But well, my question to that would be: don't a lot of Japanese artists have a lot of feminine looking men? Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, that is a good point.
But yeah, I think I think he's great. I really love his art. It's just very it's very
it's
captures
almost like scary.
Yeah,
I like it. It's like a very has a very heavy mood.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's otherworldly. It feels like a fantasy. It really evokes like a high fantasy sort of feel when you see it.
It doesn't really look like anime either. It's like actual. I don't. It's almost like an actual like Japanese like. I don't. It's hard to explain. It doesn't feel like anime to me.
Yeah, he is a pretty unique artist. I think. I mean, I haven't seen much art similar to him. I mean, I'm sure there is, but yeah, I'd say he's fairly unique. I actually have an art book of stuff he did for Vampire Hunter D because he was like the main artist for like that because that's like a novel series or something. I think. I don't really know tons about D, but yeah, I do have an art book of that, and that's really pretty cool.
Oh man!
So
Zach is gonna listen back to this, and he's gonna understand.
He's gonna understand what?
Nothing.
No, come on now, come on. You gotta.
Thank you.
What?
Just.
I don't understand.
Oh no.
It's nothing. No, I can't say it because then it's not going to be funny.
I think I understand what what's going on.
Oh man, what's wrong with me? Okay,
I don't know, but I think I see where you're coming from. So, anyways, moving on very quickly. Yes. So what else? Oh, and there's also that that figure of Raven from Tales of Vesperia that it's 7,000 yen without being shipped. So that translates to about like 60 some odd dollars, I think.
I thought that would be like $7. Oh wait, no, it's like 100 yen is $1 or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it would be like that, 60-ish.
60 some odd dollars, yeah, but that's without the shipping fee. So I don't know how much that's going to be, but that'll probably set me back like I don't know, like I'm assuming it's going to be like $50 on top of that. So yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you some Play-Doh. You're gonna make your own.
I'm unfortunately not that good of an artist. I hate to break it to you. I wish. Because then I could like make a hefty profit or whatever. So, wait a minute, what? Sorry, I was like looking up stuff about tiers in Super Smash Brothers, and now I'm looking on like a sticker list, and apparently there's like exclusive stickers for every person or something. It's like these
Wait,
stickers
what?
can only be used by Ganondorf or by a select few, including him. Okay. The Boomerang, Bowser, Mario from Mario
Hmm.
Power Tennis, Colin, Daphne Snow Hansen, Hyrule. It's just like
What?
so. I don't
Wow.
know. It's kind of weird. Whatever. In any case,
Uh,
I just thought that was weird because like stickers are they were kind of dumb. So
if you
um,
know,
what?
it's just something else to collect. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. I mean, they just didn't do much. I mean, they didn't.
Hmm.
I felt like they were less. I don't know. I felt like there was just too many of them, and there wasn't like really an incentive to get them, unlike trophies, which were really cool. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, trophies are cool, so I don't know. I feel like they didn't do anything with that. But anyways,
Okay.
da 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 da. What was I saying? Picking up stuff. Oh, so I just picked up a ton of stuff recently, and that's just because. Well, okay. So first I got my paycheck, and I was like, okay, I feel like picking up. There was like a few games, a cheap game, DS games that I wanted to pick up, and then I was like, okay, well, I want to also pick up something that's something else, like 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 a more AAA, another AAA game of sorts, but one that was like $20 or less or so. Um, so I ended up picking up. So I picked up Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box because I finally found a copy of that kicking around near me. So that's good. I've been playing that. Actually, have been playing that recently, which has been fun. I do enjoy my Professor Layton. Um, and it's weird. I feel like I have to play them in order, even though you really don't have to with these games.
Hmm.
Um,
Isn't there a story that goes along with it though? Isn't there like a whole um I don't know. I
I
haven't played the game, so I don't really know,
I think they're
but
kind
that's
of
what I heard.
I think there kind of is. So
Hmm.
just for safety's sake, I'm kind of trying to play them in order. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I played that. Been playing that. I picked that up and that was fun. I also picked up Trauma Center 2. I don't even have the first Trauma Center under the
Same
knife
here.
game,
Yeah.
and because I've never seen it really around. It's weird. I guess it's just because it's so old or whatever. But yeah, I picked that up too because it was like $3 or $4 or
Yeah,
something
that's what I
like
was
that.
gonna say. It was like $5 at GameStop
I was
or
like,
something like
I was like,
that.
I was just like, wow, like okay.
How could you not pick it up for that price? I mean, just like
Exactly.
to even
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah. Exactly. So other than that, I was just browsing around. I think at one point I was thinking about picking up. I don't even remember what it was.
Final
I was
Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings.
no, I haven't. I would pick that up if I found it
Yeah.
somewhere. But I again, that's another game I haven't really seen around. I've been looking for Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bears for a long time.
Nice.
There was one time I found it somewhere, and then I didn't pick it up for some reason. I don't know what that reason is, and I've been
Hmm.
kicking myself ever since then because I've never seen it around since then.
I
So
found it at Walmart for $10. That game sold so awfully apparently.
yeah.
That might be like the last Crystal Chronicles game, which is kind of sad, but
Mm.
no, it's actually a really good game.
You know that originally I was planning on picking up that game. Um, and then when it was coming out, I was like kind of excited about it because it sounded really cool and it looked really cool.
Hmm.
But then, uh, you know, my attention to Final Fantasy 13 was drifted to there, so I was like, hey, I'd rather pick up that game
Hmm.
and play it on at that time it would be I'd play it on Jeff's Xbox because it wasn't mine yet. So and
Yeah, that game's not a masterpiece by any means, but I mean, it's still a lot of fun. It's the closest thing you're going to get to I shouldn't say the closest, one of the closest games that you're going to get to a Nintendo version of Skyrim or something. It's just an open world game, so
kind of weird.
it's decent.
I've
Yeah.
heard it like it's basically kind of like an adventure game more so than anything else.
Yeah, I would say that. Like, it's really weird where it's almost more like a sandbox game, but there's not that much to do in that sandbox because in terms of story, it's like, all right, go from here to here, and you're just basically going across the world to view a new cutscene. And there's actually areas in that game where if you don't explore, you're not going to find because they're just in there to be in there. They're not part of the story. They're not like, for example, I was just like walking around the field and then I ended up finding like this huge like chocobo racetrack, and you can like get on a chocobo, race down it, and there's a lot of stuff like that in the game, and I think you'll like it. The
Yeah, I mean,
music's kind of awful though, to be honest.
wow,
It's like
that bad, huh?
country music or it's like
What? That's so
yeah, like the
weird.
the battle theme is like a country song or something weird like
Well,
that. I'm like, what?
I lost my tractor, yeah.
There's like banjos and stuff like that going on. I'm like, what is this? This is awful.
No, I'm just
But
imagining. I'm actually just imagining like legit like the twangiest country music you could ever make. Like I'm just imagining that in the background.
yeah, it's but
What?
it's not traditional Final Fantasy music. It's like rock and country. It's so weird.
But there's been rock elements in Final Fantasy music.
There have been, but I really wouldn't say there's been like banjos.
Yeah, it's
So,
well,
uh,
yeah, I guess not. I don't know. The banjo is an underrated instrument though.
eh. And you don't level up in that game.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. The combat's good though.
That's good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this game because it's an action adventure does not have a leveling system. That's really interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it because you would get into these battles, but it's like Paper Mario Sticker Star where there's no actual incentive to battle. So I'd usually just like walk past everyone, but they're there, I guess.
Well, okay, here's
Yeah.
this is interesting. The Crystal Bears sold 26,000 units on its first day of release in Japan, 34% of its initial shipment.
That's
That's
actually really good.
that's pretty good for its first day. And then it sold 43,705 units by its second week of release. But at the same time, for a Final Fantasy title, it's shocking it didn't sell out. I mean, that's what those games do. More, I mean, Dragon Quest a lot more so in
Hmm.
Japan, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's pretty good, but it's not really great, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's just one of those things where critically it didn't do that well, and
Even in
it's
Japan, it
not
didn't
really an
do well critically.
RPG.
Yeah, even in Japan, it didn't do well critically. So
Yeah. I want a new Crystal Chronicles. Imagine getting that for like the Wii U where you can actually use the second screen now and
yeah,
that would be
it
awesome.
it make a lot of sense for a lot of that stuff. So yeah, um, so yeah, I was looking around for that in any case, or something similar. I was just looking around, pretty
Mhm.
much everywhere I could find. There was a Newbury Comics, which has treated me well in the past as far as used games go. Usually the prices are pretty bad, but like I'm too lazy to shop on Amazon because I'm an idiot. I don't want to wait. I want the instant gratification of having it. Shopping around is a lot more fun. Um, so yeah, so I didn't really find much of anything at first. Like I had a couple ideas on my mind, but like I just never really picked up anything. Um, at first, I picked up those DS games and that was about it. Then I ended up picking up Max Payne 3 because I think it was less than $20. I know that. Um,
Pegasus, play a booing sound effect now.
wow. Okay, so anyways, what you okay, I take it you're not
uh,
a fan of that game?
it just looks so bad to me. Like
It lo- it
they're
looks
so
so bad.
it looks so bad. I would never play that.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you
I'm probably wrong, but I'm sure I would enjoy it. But
I mean it sold really well and everyone I've heard of seemed to really like it. So, um But of course, I've committed a sin, and I've never actually played any of the other Max Payne games, which is, whatever. But so yeah, so that's
Yeah.
it, man. That,
Oh, that's it.
so no.
Oh.
So I picked that up. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so I picked that up. And you don't like me apparently because of that. So I picked that up, and then I also picked up Soul Calibur 5, because that was
Nice.
also under $20, and I was like,
Making
I might as well
characters
just
like
pick that up too. I was like, I might as well just pick that up too. I get a decent paycheck and whatever. So I think I ended up getting, Max Payne at. Oh no! I remember what happened. I went. It was like a Sunday night, and I went into town, and then like the GameStop closes at 6 o'clock on Sundays, which I didn't know, and I was going in at like 7. So I was like, that's really stupid. But like everything closes super early on Sundays, which
yeah.
bothers me. But so yeah, so I actually do think I ended up not picking up anything on Sunday. I like went around to like Kmart because I've sometimes found some gems at Kmart before. Like that's where I couldn't find it anywhere else in like my entire shopping area near me. And that was Final Fantasy IV DS, and I'm so thankful that Kmart had one copy of
Yeah,
it.
it's like funny because they get all these games and no one goes to Kmart, so they just sort of build up over time. Like I went there and I found like Ghost Hunter, or not Ghost Hunter, Ghost Squad for the Wii sealed. That's from back in like 2006, I think. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of games like that.
yeah. Like when I went there, they had. Okay, so they'd gotten rid of the case for one thing. They'd moved their entire electronics section to a different area than I had remembered. They had basically gutted the entire thing. It looked like it was awful. It was like horrendously displayed on these racks that were like, it looked really, really awful. And
Did they have Wii Point cards still? Because I went there and they
yes,
still had like
I think they had Wii Point cards.
yeah, original Wii Point cards. No.
Yeah, they had all kinds of Wii stuff. They did have a Wii U section, sort of, but it was like mixed in with the Wii stuff. There was like no Xbox 360 games whatsoever. There was like they maybe had 6 games, I think. One of them was a wrestling game, I think. They had like 20 of those. I was like, no one's coming here to pick this up, of course, because it's Kmart for crying out loud.
Kmart's making a comeback.
A wrestling game on what system?
It was the
360.
360, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a little bit more PS3 games, but then they had some Wii games, and I don't know. It was super disappointing because like I was really hoping for some DS or 3DS gems, and I unfortunately no cigar on that part, so it was too bad. Oh, I remember exactly what I was looking for. I've been looking for Sonic Generations 3DS, and I haven't found that anywhere.
Oh, I was excited for a second.
Yeah, I haven't found it anywhere. I struck out every single place I went to. So, even the next day, because I think it was the next day I went, and that's when I picked up Soul Calibur, and I think I ended up picking up Max Payne 3 at Walmart because it was another game I was looking for was Shadows of the Damned, which I'd seen at Walmart. So I was like, okay, well I'll look over there. I'll see if I can pick that up. And it wasn't there anymore, and the only game that kind of interested me was Max Payne 3, and I was like, well, I don't want this to be a total waste of my time, so I'm going to pick this up, so I did. Then the next day, that's when I picked up the DS games, and what was it? Oh yeah, Soul Calibur 5. And then as I kind of I was talking to the checkout guy because he was talking to another person, and they mentioned a name that was like a guy I know, who runs a pizza place around my area, and I was like, oh yeah, I know him, and because apparently he was an employee that worked there or something, or the guy that the GameStop employee was talking to. So I kind of like, talked to them for a little bit, and so that was fun, and the GameStop guy was being like really nice. He wasn't shoving stuff down my throat like they always do. They've been a lot better at my place about that. They really just don't say much to me about that anymore, which is really nice. So I guess they're kind of getting to know me, maybe. they recognize me, I think, which is good. So, so then the guy told me, oh, by the way, did you know? Well, I think he asked me. Well, he did ask me the pre-order thing, and I mentioned like a few games that I was interested in, and if they were like special editions for them that I didn't know about. So he looked up those for me and such. So,
Wind Waker's Collector's Edition,
Is-
$60 strategy guide. Which, good thing I'm getting the Zelda box set because
that comes with it.
that's, yeah.
Wait,
So,
the Zelda there's a Wind Waker HD Collector's Edition with a $60
yeah.
player's guide.
It's at GameStop. It's like a hardcover special edition thing, but $60 for a strategy guide, like that's not, especially when like the box set is 120.
And you get
Yeah.
wow, yeah. So yeah, then he like looked up stuff like Killer is Dead. Like I wasn't sure if there was a special edition for that. There does happen to be one, but unfortunately because it's coming out in August, I can't. There's no way I can get it. Um, and then there's a couple other things. But in any case, he did mention to me, oh, just so you know, Shin Megami Tensei 4 is coming out tomorrow. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And did you know we're only getting 6 copies of it, and all first print copies of the game are this special edition that comes with an art book / strategy guide and a soundtrack CD and like a special case. And I was like, well, I'm coming back tomorrow morning.
Oh, you got it?
I did, yeah. I went back
Nice.
the next morning and picked it up for $50, and I haven't put it in yet because I'm scared to.
You're
um,
oh, okay, I see.
I'm scared
No,
to.
you need to play it. I am so curious to see how that game plays because I think that game looks so good. And then it's like you get $30 if you buy it, and I'm very much intrigued. Like graphically, that looks like it's the best game for 3DS.
It looks pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Just looking at screenshots, I'm like, like, wow, dude.
Cell shaded, third person.
Looks
It
gorgeous.
looks great.
Yeah, so I'm really happy to get that, but because I've spent almost $100 on games in the past week, and the fact that I have over $200 in games over the next couple of months, yeah, no more buying stuff for me for a while. But hey, that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because this like fall is gonna be ridiculous. Because there's 2 Zelda games coming out, which is $100 right there.
Mhm.
Then there's 2 Pokemon games coming out, which is 80. Um,
Are you
Then
just
what
talking about X and Y, or is there another one besides that?
just X and Y, but
Okay.
yeah. I mean that's like what more? Then Fable Anniversaries coming.
Uh-oh, you cut out. Hello? Pegasus, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, Cole cut out
Oh.
for some reason. He was at. Wait, why is it telling me rate the overall quality of this call when I'm still talking to you?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Escape.
Cole, come back. Hold on while we try to get the call back. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm gonna try to call him back. Get him back on here. You know, it's funny because I haven't spent any money on the Steam Summer Sale, which is over now, I think, right? It's the 22nd. I didn't spend any money on the Steam Summer Sale. Just because I mean, I don't have a computer that can run half the stuff, so. Are you back in action? I heard it. I heard something. Was that what? What's going on?
Oh, that seems so. Steam Summer Sale. It'd just murder from my wallet if I ever.
What is happening? I don't know, Cole. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is happening? Wait, Cole, are you back? Are you there? No. Come on. We gotta restart the call. But will that stop the recording? Will that stop the record? I don't know. Will that stop the recording? I think it will. I don't want to restart the call if I can help it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to add him back into the call because he just shoved himself out somehow. Okay, he can just start recording again. Will it? Hello, Cole? Are you there? Are you there? You back in action? What? Are you there, Cole? Can you hear me? Okay, he's switching to his phone. I can't hear you. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so we'll wait till it does that and then do. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Is it da 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 da. I still have yet, I still have yet to watch friggin' what's it called?
Oh,
Yeah,
Last Dragon.
Isn't that? I like how you figured that out. Listen, I'm just reading. I'm just reading Bots' comment on the last episode. Chrono, you're turning into a slacker, skipping work due to being lazy, and now you're drinking on a more regular basis. Disc. Yeah, because I was drinking during that last episode, so. I would have tonight, but like the only beer left in the fridge is. I don't know how old it is, and it's because it's been in there for a while, and I know it's my brother's, and I don't know if he would let me have it or not, and I haven't asked him yet. Are you back? Are you there? Hello?
I'm on my phone now.
Okay, well you sound okay.
Okay, cool.
You sound fine.
I'll have to use... Well, actually, here's what I'm going to be doing. So I made a new archive.org user. So I'll just give you guys the password and stuff, so you can just like upload there, and we can just, I don't know, use that together. So
use it together.
Use it together.
All right, sounds good. By our
That'll make
powers
things
combined. Okay, so. So where was I? I was in the middle of telling me. Oh yeah, so I picked up Shin Megami Tensei 4 as well, on top of all those other things. So yeah, so now I have all kinds of. Oh, I also picked up Hotel Dusk 2 on. Oh, I already said that though. That was a week. That was like 2 weeks ago. I picked that up. So, yeah, I picked up Hotel Dusk. And yep. So. That's okay. So what else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of The Last Story. I'm trying to finish that game off because what I've set myself to do is to try to get. I haven't played Final Fantasy 13 in like a month, and what I want to try to do is I want to try to go back to that, get 100% in that, so I can start Final Fantasy 13 2 and start doing a 100% run of that game before the school year starts, because I know once the school year starts, I won't have nearly as much time to work on 100%ing that game. Like it will probably take me the rest of the semester to do that. So, as well as all my handheld and gaming and stuff I'll be doing on emulators, I'm sure. So, so yeah. A lot of The Last Story, really working good at finishing that game. It's interesting because the story is. I really like the game a lot, but I can understand why people are underwhelmed by it, if that makes any sense, compared to Xenoblade, just because it's not nearly as sprawling. It's more of a closed kind of world. You're mostly only spending time in this one sort of town, and taking on quests and doing stuff for the people just in a town. And it's a lot of fun. I think the characters are really, really interesting, and I like all of them. The story is gotten better as it's gone on. Fortunately, it started off pretty slow. Like I enjoyed it pretty much the whole time, but it did start off slow and kind of bland. And it got better once you met met Callista for the first time. Is when it really when it started to get a little more interesting, which is that's only like 2 or 3 hours in, so that's pretty good. And it's just kind of been uphill from there. It's gotten very good where I am, and I'm like 17, 18 hours in. So I think I'm getting kind of close to the end of the game. I think, but it's hard to say at this point exactly when it's going to end. I'm liking the direction everything's headed. There was one cool sequence that I was playing last night where there was actually all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, there was QuickTime events thrown in, and it was fantastic because it was done really well. It was all like, quick, do this, and it was like, okay, this is kind of sweet. I mean, I've never been one to really complain about QuickTime events. I actually always kind of liked them in some way. So yeah, but it was fun and really cool. So I've been enjoying this game quite a bit, and really looking forward to how everything turns out. So yeah, I'd recommend a pickup of this game, certainly, especially since you can still get it for relatively cheap. And I think you probably still will continue to be able to. So yeah, that's all I can think of that I've been doing. Also, I'm reading Bots' comments over the last episode. And it's just really funny.
36.5 or 35?
36.5.
Okay.
Cole, why did you ask Paula Deen's kids for an autograph, and what was their expression when you asked? That's like the best question ever. Because I can just kind of imagine them being like, "What the heck do you want our autograph?"
But no, okay, so they were there. They're like, "Yeah, we're accepting autographs here." And I walked up. I'm like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" Then I looked at the other one. I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know who you are." And no, I got a cookbook and they signed it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you?
Yes. Can you hear us? That's the
What
real
is
question.
Happening? Because
can
Corona,
hear
you're lagging on my end.
you.
Um,
That's probably why right there.
The hell?
Sounds like his phone just went, which might have kicked him out of the...
okay, you can. So,
Okay.
sorry, I'm having problems with hearing you, but
Okay.
yeah, Paula Deen's kids, that was the expression they made. I mean, they were accepting autographs, that's why they were there.
Yeah.
So they were happy, because we had, actually, you know what, I have a funny story going with that. They thought we were creepers. Basically, what happened was, I got my picture taken with them. And then my mom, she's technologically impaired. So she took the picture and then she closed her phone. Because this is back when flip phones were the thing. And she closed it. I'm like, "Mom, you didn't save it." So then we're walking away and my mom didn't save the picture. So my mom's just like trying to take a picture of them. And then the guys are like, "Hey, why are you trying to take a picture of us?" And then we're like, "Oh, sorry, we accidentally erased the picture that we just took." So I don't know. That was a weird situation. We made them feel awkward. That's cool. Screw you, celebrities. But is that okay? Is that a normal thing?
It's kind of hard to call them celebrities
Any
because I don't even know
comments?
who they are. Really.
Okay.
But I mean that's cool. They were like the most famous people you met, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, Botsa said, "Chrono, you're turning into a slacker. Skipping work due to being lazy, and now you're drinking on a more regular basis." Tisk tisk. And that's just because I was drinking during the last episode, and and I skipped work because I was injured. No, I was injured. No, I was dehydrated. That's why I skipped work, I think. So, that's why. And to you, Pegasus, he just said it's just one of those barefoot blue jean kind of nights, which
Oh,
I don't really remember exactly what. Oh no, I
oh
think I
yeah,
do remember what you said something. I think.
oh yeah. I was telling the story how I got a dart stuck in my
Yep.
foot. That's what happened.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. All right. Well, so what's next on the agenda?
News.
News, news, news. We friggin' love news.
Oh yeah, we do. I love these. I mean those flaming hot Cheetos again, but man, they kill your stomach. I think they're worth it though. I think they have like an interesting flavor, but I don't know. They're whatever. So news. There's actually a decent amount. Did you guys see the new Strider game at what was it,
No, I
San
heard
Diego
about it
Comic
though.
Con? It actually looks really good. Graphically, it looks insane, and it's actually being made by the same people who are developing the new Killer Instinct. I'm pretty sure it's made by Double Helix. So it's looking like they're going to be like the next big game studio. 'Cause that game looks so good. Like if you look at the graphics, that looks like one of the best Xbox Live Arcade games ever, to be honest. So I'm kind of excited for that. Earthbound was released for the Wii U, which I downloaded.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, or are you talking to me? I don't know.
It just almost
Okay,
so much went silent.
okay. So I thought I was waiting for like Alec to respond, but he said BRB. I didn't realize that. Yeah, but Nick, so do you have a Wii? Oh yeah, you do have the Wii U. Did you download Earthbound?
Not yet.
Not yet.
The internet
I'm
connection
very
I'm using
yeah.
right now, I can't really seem to get my Wii U to connect to the store right now. So I can because which sucks. I got a couple of games for the Wii Virtual Console. I got Smash Brothers as my Club Nintendo reward, and then I also managed to get Super Punch Out with my coins. So
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm very curious to see how well Earthbound sells. Kind of curious to see what happens to like the physical Super Nintendo cart. I think it's gonna be like the same price, but that'd be really cool if it
right.
dropped. Then let's see. Pikmin 3 sold 92,000 copies in Japan, which is actually really good. 92,000 copies here in the States. Not that great, but Japan's also a lot smaller. Like I'm pretty sure the
Right.
PS3 only sold like 9 million or something like that compared to like the US where it sold like 40. So it actually sold a lot of systems too. It sold like 40,000 Wii U's, which for Japan that's actually great. So that happened. The new Adventure Time is going to be, well, the one that just came out was not a spiritual sequel, but it was inspired by Zelda 2. The next one coming out is going to be inspired by Zelda 1. So that's actually kind of cool. It's top down, it's same, scrolling world, and that'll be actually pretty cool. Um, but other than that, not too much. Nick, do you have any news or because there really isn't that much happening, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something else that happened recently. I can't seem to.
Because I know like Club Nintendo just came out with their platinum and gold,
Right.
was it, stuff, but that's actually kind of cool. This year I'm pretty happy with the reward. I'm getting a Majora's Mask soundtrack, and that's
Oh,
my
nice.
favorite game, so I think that's actually really cool. Then they're giving away a lot of actually really good downloadable games like Sakura Samurai, and here, let me even just bring this up just to check. But are you a platinum member or even a gold?
Gold.
Gold?
Gold.
Yeah, you
I'm-
can still get Sakura Samurai.
I already got a Smash Bros.
Oh, you do?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, you got Smash Bros. From that. See, there's Link's Awakening DX, WarioWare Do-It-Yourself Showcase, Super Mario Land, Sakura Samurai, 3-poster set for Wind Waker HD, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask original soundtrack, and a 2014 Club Nintendo calendar. So that's actually a pretty decent year, I would say. But I want to get a Mario hat. I'm so mad that I missed that year. But yeah, that's pretty much it for news. So now I guess we can just talk about whatever. Because I kind of wanted to talk about the Xbox One because I actually pre-ordered it. I found out there's going to be like the day one edition, and I wanted a next gen console. So what was that? Were you just like abducted by aliens? Okay.
no.
Wait, was that a sound effect? Because it
No.
sounded like your mic came out or something. But
Oh.
it sounds fine now.
Oh yeah, it did. My mic did come out.
Okay, it did. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but Xbox One had a day one edition, so I'm like, all right, let me get this. I'll get the special controllers, special Xbox. I'm gonna get Rise, Son of Rome, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5. But I kind of canceled it just because I'm looking at it, and a lot of the games for these next gen consoles that I'm like really excited for are like Elder Scrolls Online, Destiny, Final Fantasy 14, and all of these games are coming to PC. So I kind of made the decision that I'm not gonna get a next gen console besides the Wii U. I'm just gonna get a gaming laptop. I think that's like. Plus, I was looking at the Steam Summer Sale and I saw Fallout New Vegas, the Ultimate Edition for $5, and I was gonna get the Ultimate Edition for 360, which costs $20, and I'm just kind of like, games are so much cheaper. There's a lot more sales. The games look better. You have mods, and to me, gaming on the PC, I feel like that's going to be the way to go for me personally. So that's why I decided to cancel my Xbox One pre-order, which was kind of a pain too. But yeah, not getting it. So I don't know. Nick, do you have any interest in the Xbox One?
I do. I don't know
You-
if I'm gonna get it day one though.
Yeah, it's really expensive. $500. It's a lot of money to
Yeah.
throw down. Which, of course, if I get a gaming laptop, that's going to cost more. But at the same time, games are going to be cheaper. Because if I'm going to buy like 2 games at launch, that's $120 right there. I mean, if I'm going to spend like $620 plus tax, which is going to be like $650, maybe I want to say, maybe even more,
Right.
$660. It's not even like worth it at that point. Might as well just get the gaming laptop, I would say. And yeah, so I'm kind of like looking into that, seeing what I can get. But
A great
yeah, that's pretty
burden
much
has been
it. Do you
lifted.
have anything you want to talk about
A great burden has been lifted.
beforehand?
I feel like a new
Are there
man.
games coming out that you're
Can
looking
you hear me at
forward
all,
to?
Cole?
Oh hey, so we went over news, Alec.
Okay.
There's Earthbound came out, Strider. The new Adventure Time game is Zelda inspired game.
Not
Pikmin
shocking
3.
there.
Oh yeah, but it's top down like the original one. And Pikmin 3 sold 92,000 copies and Club Nintendo stuff. So that's kind of what you missed out on.
Pikmin 3 sold 92,000 copies. That's not bad for a summer game.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's actually really, really good for Japan too. And we were talking about the Xbox One because I canceled my pre-order for it
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna get a gaming laptop instead. So
Oh,
we were going over that. Yeah, gaming laptop. They're expensive though. It's like if I want a gaming laptop, it's gonna cost me probably $700 at least, I would say. But the thing is, I'm gonna go to college next year, so I need a laptop anyways. So that's gonna be my justification. But then I'm also kind of like, well, I kind of want a Mac. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm not sure which one I'm going to get because I heard about this brand called Asus, ASUS, and supposedly they have pretty high quality laptops.
Okay, yeah, I know them.
But
Asus.
yeah, I'm looking into it. So, I don't know. Do you guys have anything to talk about?
I mean, you guys have already said a lot of it because I was off taking a dump. So, so, yeah. I mean, it was just exciting. Earthbound's that finally released. It was just really funny because they never really said anything about a release date, and then they just kind of like released it without saying it to anyone. They're just like,
They
oh
put
yeah,
out a
Earthbound's out.
direct.
By the way.
Yeah, they just at the end of the direct, Earthbound trailer.
Yeah.
It's released today.
It's like,
So I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about playing it tonight.
Yeah,
Find it
my
up.
brother hasn't picked it up yet, but I'm guessing he's going to because he was in like he was excited about that because he remembered reading about it, ages ago in Nintendo Power when he was a kid. So, and he was never able to find it anywhere after it came out. So yeah. I'm assuming he's going to pick it up. I don't think he's ever played it, so I'm assuming he's going to pick it up eventually. So that'll be pretty cool. Whenever he does, and I'm just thinking about. Oh, I found an article here, Wii U Daily, which I've never heard of. Apparently, it's some website that talk about Wii U stuff, and it's like Pikmin 3 is out in Japan, and well, it's been well received by reviewers and Wii U owners. It hasn't been a sales hit so far. According to Japanese sales tracker Media Create, it sold about 95,000 units. Those might not be bad sales numbers, but compared to the last Pikmin game, they're somewhat disappointing. And then it just goes on to talk about it. I mean, I guess I kind of agree with the guy, except for the part where the Wii U doesn't have the install base that the GameCube had at that point, as well as the fact that it's been almost 10 years since Pikmin 2 was released, so everyone's forgotten about
Yeah, that's a good point. I think this one's gonna. I don't know. I would assume it would do better because Olimar was in Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like no one's really talking about it. It's just sort of there coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some ads for it, so I'm definitely excited for it because I didn't know when it was coming out, and it's August 4th. So yeah, I know I'm excited for it. I know my brother's excited for it. I don't know if he's actually gonna pick it up, simply because he has a wedding like 10 days from then. So, so yeah, I don't know if he's gonna shell out the $60 for it, but at that point, I know he will
Telling
eventually. He definitely will eventually.
Bachelor party. Bring it out, bachelor party.
Dude, we should do it.
Pikmin, let's play.
Yeah, we're really boring. We're just like, yeah, we don't really know what to do for a bachelor party, so we're probably either what we're gonna do is we're probably just gonna go have a campfire and drink beer, and like talk, or we're going to are we gonna like have you ever heard of the game Munchkin?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like the parody game of, isn't it like a parody of what's it called? D&D or something like that.
It's like yeah, it's kind of RPG-ish. It's pretty basic, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. They're really hilarious and they're fun games. And the cool thing about them is that you can actually, because there's all kinds of different versions of Munchkin. There's like Munchkin Cthulhu. Then there's like Vampire Munchkin. Here, let me look up some of them. No, Wikipedia. This is the page for the Munchkins from Oz. Munchkin card game. Here we go. Spin-offs, not spin-offs. Actual games. Okay, here we go. So there's Munchkin. There were some expansions for it, for the original Munchkin. Let's see. Star Munchkin was Star Trek and Star Wars sort of parody. Munchkin Fu, which was sort of martial arts movies. Munchkin Bites was the vampire one. Super Munchkin was like a superhero one. Munchkin Impossible, Munchkin Cthulhu. That's actually the only one I've ever played, and it's a lot of fun. It's hilarious. It's all Lovecraftian and stuff. The zombies ones, and there's some other things. Some of them that I know they don't make anymore. But this is funny. I didn't know this. Have you guys ever heard of Axe Cop?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, there's a Munchkin Axe Cop, which is really funny. Axe Cop. Now let's see. I want to get just an explanation so I don't butcher this. It's a comic that is drawn by it's made by two brothers. Here we go. I'll get the Wikipedia article up. Axe Cop is a webcomic by brothers Malachi Nicole, age 5 when the series began, and he's now age 8, and Ethan Nicole. He was age 29 when the series began. Malachi is responsible for the ideas and stories, while Ethan turns them into comics. So basically, this little kid would tell these stories about this guy named Axe Cop, and his battle cry is "I will chop your head off." And so basically, it's like the whole story told by like a 5-year-old and illustrated by this 29-year-old, and it is the greatest thing.
It sounds awesome.
They're so hilarious, and I'm pretty sure I've heard something that there's going to be like an animated series. So, yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's gonna. Axe Cop will premiere July 27th, 2013, on Fox.
Whoa,
that's awesome.
In a week.
that's fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited now. It's probably gonna suck, but Axe Cop is absolutely hilarious. I would totally recommend people look into Axe Cop because it's just so hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good. You should like start from the first one just because, I mean, he's a little older now, so there's like a little bit more like cohesiveness to it. But like in the beginning, it made no sense at all, and it was fantastic. Okay, let me just read. Axe Cop was born in the year 2004 to Bobber and Gobber Smartest. They named him Axie Smartest. Because he was a baby with a mustache, his parents put a hat on him and sometimes called him Baby Mario. He also had a brother named... And this is all illustrated in wonderful detail. So it's so good. It's so good. And, oh, man, it's good. So everybody who's listening, you need to read Axe Cop if you haven't already. So, okay.
That's good comedy.
So yeah, what we might do is just play Munchkin the whole time at his bachelor party. Combine a bunch of the decks together because you can do that with any different varieties and do that. We might do that too. So we're kind of his best man is just kind of like I don't really want to do anything like extreme. I just kind of want to just hang out.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds like a good time, but yeah.
but yeah,
Now
news.
what?
So news.
What
I
you
don't
mean?
have any. I don't have anything to say other than that.
Okay.
I really don't.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Nintendo is gonna buy Atlas? Kind of feel like they would.
Is that like a is that a rumor or
Yeah, that's
something
a
wrong?
rumor. Because, they're bankrupt now. So there's this
Wait,
whole
Atlas is
thing where,
bankrupt?
yeah. You didn't hear that?
No.
No, their parent Atlas itself has been doing well, but the parent company, I guess, went bankrupt because of fraud. So that's kind of screwing Atlas.
Hmm.
And because of that, Atlas might need to be sold or something like that. And a lot of people think that Nintendo will because they have this like close relationship now with like Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem.
Yeah.
They're really promoting Shin Megami Tensei 4,
Yeah.
and there's a couple games. So that's
I
kind of
mean,
like the big rumor.
yeah, there were the other DS games, the Devil Survivor games that came out too.
Yeah, I can
That
definitely see them buying it though. That seems like something that they would do because then they could have Atlas make their Fire Emblem games, their I don't know, more RPGs, I guess. And
it could be pretty cool.
yeah, it works out.
Persona 5 eventually. Um,
True, true.
let's
That would
see,
be
and
cool.
trying to think of some other like
Persona 4 the Golden for 3DS, maybe. No.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That'd be too much of an
Actually, you know
hassle.
what? I forgot one piece of news. Oh, I forgot two big pieces of news actually. So the first one is that if Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem sells 700,000 copies, they will make a sequel, or not a sequel, but a new Fire Emblem game for the Wii U. So that's actually very exciting.
Hmm.
But at the same time, is it going to sell 700,000? I don't know. I hope it does. That's the only way they said that. I think someone at like Intelligent Systems might have said that,
Hmm.
where yeah, it has to sell that much for us to even consider making a new Wii U Fire Emblem. So
I bet it could do it. Fire Emblem Awakening
yeah,
sold really well, and it was incredibly well received.
yeah, it sold better than. I think that's actually the best-selling Fire Emblem, if I'm not mistaken.
I really, I'd
I
say
think it is.
I personally, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought a single Fire Emblem game. I'm evil like that, but
Yeah,
I would say um uh Blazing Sword or whatever it was called, sort of
just Fire Emblem.
the
Oh,
yeah
Sacred
the
Stones,
original one
maybe.
for the game,
Yeah.
the one that came out, the first
It
one that
is
came out
called
here.
Blazing Sword in Japan,
Yeah,
but
Blazing Sword.
that that game almost sold 1 million. But I think that this one surpassed it because I think it sold like I know it sold better than every Fire Emblem game besides the Game Boy Advance games. But then there's also like I know a lot of downloadable sales,
Hmm.
and because of that, I don't know the actual number.
Right.
But that would be really cool. Have an HD Fire Emblem
Hmm.
that's actual Fire Emblem. Because I'm not sure what's going to happen with Shin Megami Tensei mixed in with the universe.
It could be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Then
Let's
the
see.
other piece of news was not a lot of people are talking about this, but Nintendo. Okay, so Shigeru Miyamoto had an interview,
Mm-hmm.
and in this interview, he said he's currently working on a new franchise.
He said that like a year ago too.
Yes. Oh, well, that's disappointing. No, he said. Well, he said at the after Smash Bros. For Wii U comes out, he's gonna be releasing a new franchise or announcing it, I
Our new
guess.
IP, you mean, kind of thing?
Or yeah,
Okay.
so that would be really cool because I think what Nintendo needs is a not to be that guy, but a first-person shooter. Because like they don't really, I mean, they have Metroid Prime, but I feel like Nintendo needs some type of first-person game. That's just me because they have such a well-rounded library that it almost feels weird that they don't have a bigger, I don't know, maybe even a multiplayer heavy first-person shooter game because, Xbox has Halo, PS3 has Killzone. So I'm just kind of like, well, where's a new first-person shooter or something? So I think that would be cool. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like a new Wii series. It's gonna be like We Do or something.
We do. Oh man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Wii Music too.
Ugh.
The game looks cool.
Wii Music.
So yeah. So yeah, 2014 potentially seeing a new franchise.
That could be pretty
Yeah.
good. Um,
I don't know, when was their last franchise? It was probably
Pikmin.
We Fit, right?
well, I guess. Wait, what did you say
Because
it was?
technically We Fit. Because technically We
Yeah, I
Sports,
guess. Yeah,
We
I guess.
Music, and We Play and all that. That's all separate franchises.
Yeah, they're the like the Wii Sports family kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's been a
Wii Fit was
while.
the last kind of sort of franchise, I guess you could say, or IP.
Yeah.
Not really much of an
Well-
IP, but
Well, technically, no. They do have the 3DS games, Sakura Samurai, Dylan's Rolling Western, and Pushmo. So I guess you can count those.
right.
But at the same time, they're not really.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they're not like
Wii
they're not
games.
like big
Yeah.
like they're not Pikmin or
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Why can't they? You know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
I was looking at gameplay for Super Mario 3D World, and I'm actually very excited for that game now. And I think it would be really cool if they would make the game so that it's 3D platforming in that same context, but then it would also switch to 2D platforming. I think that would be really cool to do that with Donkey Kong. So it's sort of like Donkey Kong 64, and then it goes into the 2D platforming like Donkey Kong Country and back and forth,
That could be kind of cool.
collecting stuff. I think
See-
that would be really cool.
It's like what they did with Galaxy, because there were segments of Super
Yeah,
Mario Galaxy that did side-scrolling stuff. So
Something like that, I think would be like. I mean, I would be so excited for that, but I can't get the new Donkey Kong because I haven't played Returns yet. So I'm thinking about just playing through that game and maybe getting the new one
that
if I like it.
Jungle Freeze or whatever it's called, Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good, but
It does look good, yeah.
looks more of the same, not necessarily
Yeah, it was safe. It was a
much
safe
gameplay.
decision.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty much it. Slow news week.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is the summer.
There aren't a lot of Pokemon announced though, I guess that's it, but that's pretty much it. So do we have anything else to talk about or should we end it?
I've been watching Monster.
Monster. See, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I've got my parents watching Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah?
It's gonna be awkward. Have you seen it?
I have not, no.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say there's like a couple scenes in there where it's gonna be awkward to see them watch it.
Some sex.
Not sex, even dirtier than that.
Is it what?
Yeah,
Like-
there's some stuff. Heroin sex.
Heroin sex? Okay.
Yeah, if that's even a thing, I don't even know.
Is that a thing? Okay. Well, see, like, Game of Thrones would be awkward to watch with your parents. I think.
Oh, some guys killing some dude, chopping his arm off. Next scene, some girls taking it in the butt.
It's like, yeah. It's like you do that, and your parents are just like, what? What is going on?
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, it's super awkward.
Yeah.
Just to, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Game of Thrones, I can't watch that. That show gives me stomach aches.
It gives you stomach
Because
ache.
like that one time where like I'm pretty sure that one like brother groped his sister. I was like, what the fuck? I was so and then like that one time that one I think it was like a prince was
I don't
getting
know.
blown by his assistant. I
To
don't
be
even
honest, I've
know.
never actually watched it myself, so.
See, it's okay. I hear there's a lot of praise for it. I'm not really
Yeah.
that into it though. Yeah, it's okay. I watched a lot of like Avatar though, The Last Airbender.
Dude, I love that show. I
Like
watch
like
reruns of that.
rewatching
I watch
seasons.
reruns of that all the time.
Yeah, because I like downloaded every episode, so I keep like watching a season like every day. Because it's so much, it's so good,
It is so good.
so good. All right, well,
Is that it? Is
I
that all?
think so.
Is that all we got? That was kind of quick and dirty little episode we got.
It's like 2.5 hours, right?
I see
We
it reads
recorded
an
at
hour and 56 minutes on my thing, and
oh,
like 10 minutes of that was us trying to figure out what the heck was going on with your Skype.
okay.
So quick and dirty for us is like an hour and a half.
That's okay.
Yeah, I gotta get up. Let's see, what time is it right now? It is 1:06. I have to get up at go to work at 8 tomorrow, so
Ooh,
that's okay. I'm actually gonna go up. I'm debating whether or not to play the more of the last story or watch more Monster. I think I'm gonna watch Monster because I'm really feeling that tonight. So
Sure.
yes.
okay. So
Pegasus, you've been quiet, man. You okay?
Tired.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to go to bed.
Game of Thrones giving you a stomach ache too?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I want.
like the sounds he was making, like it was like I'm like, oh god.
Okay. So anyways,
Oh,
where can the good
peanuts.
people find you,
Okay,
Monsieur
you can
Cole?
find Twitter, Colonoing Nav. You don't want to follow me there. Probably going to offend you. That's about it. That's the only thing I'm doing things with, to be honest. Nick, where can we
Yep.
find you?
Oh yeah, you can find me at Twitter at GaminPegasus187. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Pete's Gaming Forum at Pegasus187. And on the Rad Rascals Forum, Gamesters Forum, all Pegasus187, and the Gaming Pegasus187 on YouTube.
Wow. Nifty.
Hey, Alec. Where can we
Hey.
find you?
Hey there, little fella.
They call me Cheryl. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Peace Gamer Forum. I'm ChronoLink9 there. You can find me on YouTube. I'm also ChronoLink9 there. You can find me on blackpeoplemeet.com.
Um,
Never mind.
Geez, settle down there, George Zimmerman.
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
No,
That
let's
was
not talk about that
that was-
because
that was
Nick, both of
pretty
us are
bad.
going to disagree with each other. Guarantee it. Um,
Yeah.
You guarantee it already?
yep, Zimmerman's innocent. Absolutely, truly believe that. Okay, so it's on
Wow.
the episode.
Whoa. You're getting controversial here at the end. Dang, son. So
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. Forget about any of that. You can also find me somewhere else. I don't know. Somewhere. You can find me places. I'm cool like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
pauladine.com. Yeah.
Pauladine.com. Is that a website?
It probably is. It's oh my god. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Good talk, guys.
Dude, it was fun.
You guys want to say bye to the fans?
Bye,
See you guys.
fans.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya, Zop.
Bye, Yeah, Zobin. See you, Zobin. Bye.